G'day guys, welcome to Rumble's Fishroom. So, as requested by collaboration of curiosities, I've decided, he's decided, let's do a Fishroom walkthrough. So let's make this intro short and sweet, because this is going to be a long video. Alright guys, let's start in the shed. We might as well start from the start and work our way in. The fish room has exploded outside of the room. So there's a standard 4 foot. I think that's a standard 4 foot. Like according to like American standards. I don't know. It's what would it be? Like 14 inches by 18 inches, something like that. Anyway, that's got Dimmochromis compressor sets in there. They're actually in my logo, and I didn't have compressor sets for a while, and I actually guilted myself to get them again because I figured they're in my logo, I can't not own them. So that's how we ended up with them again. We've got 2 RBCs down here with Flowerhorns in them. These are the 100 litre water totes, or liquid totes, or whatever you want. 100 litre, 1000 litre, sorry. They're covered in expansion foam that's painted, looks like kind of like poo, but it actually, adding that foam added 2 degrees to the temperature of those RBCs in the middle of winter, so it serves a purpose. Then this tank up here, it's 8 by 2 by 3. It's not quite filled to the top because I don't trust to fill it to the top. It's pretty close. It's filled up to like 800 mil, which is almost 3 foot. This is a temporary home for these fish. Assortment of Americans, hybrids, and a stingray, salmon tail catfish. Yeah, that tank there, I think. Oh, that heater turned off, that's good. I thought that heater was broken the other day. It was like 40 degrees and I saw the light on. But anyway, this is my blackworm culture. I've been trying to build it back up a bit. Turns out when you don't feed it, it dies off. But I've been feeding it. They're getting royalty food. They're getting extreme spirulina flakes. So these tanks out here, I pretty much got like a small tub for each fish. Oh, don't be alarmed by the label. It's not marine peewee in there. It's just a container that I had left over. And then, these guys don't have their own tub. The reason I do that is just so when I can feed them before I open this door, which means in winter, I don't have to have the door open to walk in and out with the food. But in summer, this light here has been a bit dicky. I need to get some more of these switches. So all the lights run off one transformer, which is outside here. This big box. There's automatic water changes that come in, but that's not in this video really. We're going to talk about the fish. So automatic water changes. I've been into some detail in previous videos. We've got central heating. Is that central heating? I don't know. I think central heating might be like that heating that's under the ground in like European countries, but I'm calling that central heating. Man, this light only started, I just snapped the wire. Alright guys, light fixed, light back up and working. Definitely not a permanent solution. Oh, you'll see this one flickering here. That's actually a solar light, so there's a solar panel on the roof. So that just comes on, and at night it flickers like that as the sun's going down, just because it's losing power. So basically, that wall there, basically Flowerhorns with exceptions. That wall there, fry with exceptions. That wall there, oddball wall. And then this wall here, African wall. With no exceptions actually, they're all African. Or they're from like Tanzania. That's in Africa. Yeah. All Africans. Alright, so we've got peacock bass up there. I've just managed to get these guys to eat. I've only had them for a short period, and peacock bass are the worst for eating. So I actually starved them for 2 weeks, and now they smash the food. Couple of little betters here. They're, is it HMPT? I can never remember the lettering. They're like the lower grade from like Candy Nemo's, lower grade offspring. Manarabo, I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. These are Madagascan cichlid. So this is a Madagascan tank. It's got a divider in it, and then we've got Pellini cichlids, which also I think in America they call these Madagascan cichlids, even though they're just from Madagascar. They're pretty bright and colourful. I love these guys. I originally wanted these when I used to keep heaps of trophies, and I liked the fact that they look like juvenile Du Boisi. So that's kind of the backstory about why I wanted them. Down here, there's actually a stingray pup living with Hirte. Starts with a P. Do you want me to Google names, or do you want to just go through the video? Alright guys, so they're Protomellus hirte. I think they're not very common. I think there's a mouthful down there. I'm going to do a stripping video this week. I'm kind of scared to do a stripping video because there's not many fish holding, and it'd be a realisation that they're not holding. I should have cleaned the glass before I did this video. Red Empress down there, I just moved them so they're not showing much colour, they're still a bit stressed out. Hawk cichlid, I can't remember the scientific name on that one. And then we've got Dimachromis strigatus, so we've got the Compressiceps out there and strigatus in here. This boy's fire. You can see they smash each other. They're the survivors of the Buccochromis. What are they? Buccochromis rhodesii. So slim pickings from what survived. Hopefully they get back to good health. That's a whole story. Go back a couple of weeks in the videos if you want to see what happened. Marble peacocks. This boy is fire. I was line breeding them, and the ones in here, my plan was to build my next colony out of these ones, or at least take the girls and breed them back through that male, but I haven't done that yet. They're the Mapanga Reds. I always mix up the location for them, and I just scared the shit out of them, so I can't show you. They're probably the most expensive African I've got in the fish room at the moment. They're intermediate something. Alright guys, I was so close. They're Trimitochromis intermedius, Mason Reefs. These ones are, this is a mixed Tanganyikan tank. We've got Ornitopinus, I think they're called, Cyptochromis and Compressiceps, I think. That's another one that we could go into Google if we wanted to, but we'll just leave it at that for now. It's mainly a Compressiceps grow out tank, and the other guys are just like some activity for the tank. This is kind of like my display tank in a way. Electric yellows, they don't breed for me. Electric yellows are meant to be one of the easiest fish to breed, and for me that's a no deal. Got Madoka white lips. These are from Jason from First Cichlids. They were actually the last fish he had before he sold up, and I snapped them up off him, trying to breed them on for him. And I said if he ever gets back into the fish hobby, I'll give him fry for free. These guys, they need a Google, but they're worthy of a mention because they're a pretty rare fish. Alright guys, you ready for a failed pronunciation? Halopochromis picetus. Thought to be extinct in the wild, these guys. They're a little bit skittish, but they'll get better. So those tanks there are 2.5 foot by 2.5 foot. The ones in the corner are 5 foot by 2.5 foot. Those ones there are 9 foot by 2.5 foot, and then that one there is like just over 6 foot by 2.5 foot, in case you're wondering. I kind of brushed on that. And then these tanks are meant to be fry tanks, but there's a couple of colonies in here. So I really need to think about thinning my fish out. There's a male Flowerhorn down there, which he shouldn't be in there. There's a breeding group of your standard bristlenose. This tank here is all young Flowerhorns. This little guy here is going to be a ripper. I think this is one of the best selects I have at the moment. A bit hard to get a video. There's some young Exodochromis growing out there. Just mixed Africans. You'll see my fry tanks, the fry are actually not fry anymore. They're almost sub-adults. I've really got to think about advertising some fish. There's a redfin Cadango group up here. I either need to move or sell them. That's not where they belong. Female Flowerhorn up there. She's a future breeder. More fry down here. I've got a fresh Strigatus colony going. I plan on selling my adult colony and growing out a fresh colony. They're just marble peacocks, I think. We've got some Flowerhorn fry here. They're mason reef. Do you know what's funny? The mason reef in my fry tanks are actually bigger than the mason reef in my adult tanks. It's just that tank's so heavily stocked that they're actually growing slower. Random fry, electric yellows that I plan on keeping to add to my colony. This guy here, if you caught the video the other day, look how much better he looks. He looks like 99% better. I'm stoked I spent a whole couple of hours on that tank. He looks so much better. Mixed marbles, dragon bloods. Also, so this dragon blood group was a group that I was growing out to breed for myself, but I just don't have the room to do it. So I'm probably just going to sell them, to be honest. There's dragon bloods everywhere. This is like a mixed male tank. My plan was to make this a for sale tank. I really need to give it a good clean and take the egg tumblers out of it and polish the tank up so I can get some good footage to advertise the fish in it. I got red hump heads up here. They're sand sifters, so I actually want to move them to a different tank and put sand in it. I'm thinking down there next to the bristlenose, because this tank here gets all the wood debris from the bristlenose eating the wood, and I think these guys would like to sift through that. Maybe, who knows. So down here, just more marbles, dragon bloods and all that jazz. Marble peacocks. Oh, that's a group of Grishaki, which is a less common cichlid where I live. Flowerhorn here. This tank here is pretty much ready to cull. This light, it actually doesn't exist anymore. I need to replace that. There's my nice Candy Nemo better, but I don't have a light for him. And then this is the female I want to try breeding with. I've got a light here, but so she's pretty cool. And if you haven't seen him, he's an absolute ripper. He doesn't like that light at all. Up there, they're living Nivochromis, Livingstoni up there. I always get it mixed up. There's one intruder marble peacock. He's actually a ripper. He got in there at a very small age. Look, there's a male starting to colour up there. Where did he go? Where did he go? I just saw a male. Yeah, there, look. Can you see that male starting to colour up? So this is my personal future breeding group, but you can see there's way too many. I need to think about selling a couple. And then, we've got, what do you call them? Uaru cichlids. I don't know if I'll keep these. Everyone said that I wouldn't like them and in the comments, and everyone was pretty much correct. They're pretty boring. This tank's like 7 by 4 by 2 foot, so it's a lot of real estate for these fish that don't move around much. KZZ Flowerhorn, ZZ Super Red Dragon, then ZZ Flowerhorn, classic Camphor Flowerhorn. So that's exciting if you know about classic Camphors. Super Red Dragon, KZZ Girl. Alright guys, in yesterday's video I mentioned that my batteries are stuff for my camera. That is officially how long the battery lasts, because we just had to swap batteries and I put that battery in at the start of this video. So I don't remember what I was at. So the KZZ Girl, that little baby boy I showed you before is from this pair. She's the best fish I own at the moment. And then we've got some young fish down here, not fry. This little guy is the F3 of my own line that I've been breeding. So I might breed him with that girl I showed you earlier. There's a couple more F3s here, but at this stage I think they're going to be culls. This guy's an F1 fade across. He's got a chunk out of his head. I don't know how that happened. He must have. I don't think they got through the dividers. I don't know if he did it himself, but he hasn't been eating. You can see the food down there. This girl has been eating, but you can see she's a messy bugger. That's another classic Camphor. You can kind of see the direction I'm going with the Flowerhorns by this story. That one there is a KZZ. He's going to be a ripper. This guy down here, he's a fade across Super Red Dragon. So there's a chance he'll fade when he gets bigger. And then this guy here is a classic Camphor male. Oh, he didn't like that light. I don't know what the hell he did to that sponge filter. He moved that forward today, and look at all that debris on top. I don't know if he moved it around that much, the debris come up out of it. That's a bit strange. Down here we've got Franken-tank. There's Demisoni in that tank, but I've got a feeling the male went rogue again and ate all the girls. I'm too scared to check. But yeah, I'm 99% sure there's only a male left in there. And then that tank there's a Luna Caraco Blue. I can see a mouthful right there. Yeah, look, there's a mouthful. These guys are a colony that I've had for years and I've thought about selling them, but I just can't bring myself to do it. Anyway guys, I'm going to wrap that video up there and I'm going to go put my baby to bed. So the next couple of days we've got the live tomorrow actually, but after that we need to strip some Africans. There's not many to strip, but I don't know, they haven't been breeding that much, but I don't know if that's because I slowed down on stripping them so they slowed down breeding, or it's just the so I don't know about everyone else out there, but I think I do find that well, actually no, that's wrong. I don't know if the room's been a little bit too hot for them to breed. Who knows, but there's the other option of the fact that there has been heaps of mouthfuls in there, but I just haven't been opening my eyes properly. Had little babies keeping me, well, one baby keeping me awake and all that sort of jazz, so been a bit sleep deprived. So baby's actually moved into his own room. He's in his cot and we've had the best few nights sleep we've had in months, so hopefully it'll be a bit of a normality back to my life, fingers crossed. Obviously it's never going to be like it was before, but I do feel a lot more refreshed than I did a couple of weeks ago. But anyway guys, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to subscribe for more, hit that little red button, and I'll see you guys on the live tomorrow. Peace out.